be. I get fixated and captivated on learning things. Don't hesitate to ask questions, the answer that I need. It's out there somewhere, I swear I can find the recipe. By testing, learning, and turning into a better me.
It lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. It lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose.
Down, Nana in one direction. Nana is trying to escape. You know, on the oh my goodness, the Melina, and the Melina Blitz just keeping her alive. But that was a
Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. Let's go. Thoughts can keep you down, pushing deep until you drown, or they can keep you up strong, focused on the now. Glass half full, or has it been emptied out? Well, that's all up to you and your mind. Do you doubt anything, everything, not a thing? Make my thoughts work for me, manifest what I need, what I want, what I see. I could be anything, I attract all the things that I see. I believe I'll achieve as I breathe in and out again and again. I don't doubt, I sit and I plan, and I found out that I can execute if I'm driven, if I listen, if I learn all the wisdom. Read some books, something written, watch the best. Teach a system, I invest, never hidden, I ain't scared. Ain't no chicken, I take dares. I'll be winning, you get back what you're giving. Find the reason that you're living, what you're good at, all your gifts and what you love. Take a risk and find out what you've been missing, yeah. Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose.
Testing, learning, and turning into a better me.
It lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. It lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose.
Hello everybody and welcome to Waylander Gaming. This is Waylander here as we're heading into the game, into the drafting phase. We've got Gascom Esports winning the coin toss and heading off into the banning phase, banning out the Melissa. What will Aurora's response be? And yes, we know this is Aurora versus Gascom Esports as Lady RL Watson. Is that a new version of Spider-Man's girlfriend? I don't know. Just shouting out for Gascom Esports. So, I hope you're all ready and excited. Alice, definitely a good ban. Alice at this moment in time has been causing so much of problems in the land of Dawn. She is heading towards that perma-ban list. Like that list of, you must ban this hero at all given moments of time. But Grok is one of those heroes who is in that pick or ban list. If he's not picked, he's banned. And getting rid of an Xborg Aurora, so Ryan Gosling. I don't know if that's Ryan Gosling's younger brother. Maybe, who knows. Right? Banning that Xborg, which means potentially they're thinking of picking up the Frederick. You know, because Xborg is very good at dealing with those tanky lineup, but no, it's going to be the two alpha jungles, shall we call them, the two meta, the two big boys, with Xylan picking up the YSS and Ryan Gosling locking onto the Lancelot. Chaos going for another monster in both the XP and gold, but I'll be interested to see if they're going to pick the CC up in the gold. I'm quite interested, because like, I'm loving CC in the gold at this particular moment in time. CC gold looking extra special right now, but let's see what Chaos is deciding to do. Bit of a flex pick. Shiro locking onto, well, for this time around, not the Xavier pick coming through from Shiro. And it's going to be the Zushin pick coming out here. So any bit of low mobility frontliners will be having a difficult time with the Zushin there. Slay locking onto the Ruby. That's another flex pick. Can be played in the gold lane, can be played in the XP lane. So they're giving themselves, both teams are giving themselves with these flex picks a bit of space, a little bit of room to breathe and decide what they want to go for. Amamura picking up the Camilla, and then they want to go for a Diggy elimination here. They want to ban out the Diggy. Though I will say this, right? There was a time where Time Journey, Diggy's ultimate, counted the Curse Blood coming out from the Camilla. But the Curse of Blood is no longer counted by Time Journey. I actually tested it out, unless they've changed it again. Because, you know, every time they do an update, sometimes I think they have like secret updates within the update, where you're trying something out and you're like, wait a minute, this used to work, or this shouldn't work this way before, and then you try it out and you're like, okay, what's going on here? So let's get to see. Maybe. But the final couple of picks coming through here, both are locking onto the Minnow. We've seen him rock that Minnow pretty hard. Beautiful sustain. So basically what they want to do is out-sustain the Curse Blood. Minnow's healing, I'd say, has gone up a fraction with this update. So he's been reworked a little bit, right? Whether this is going to be a nerf or a buff, right? Because I don't trust when I read it in the patch notes when they say nerf or buff. You've got to be careful as to what you want to do and how you want to deal with it, right? Obsidia being picked up to deal with the Irithel. That matchup, I'd say, is going to be fairly even, fairly even for the most part. I think they want to use the Obsidia just to put a bit of pressure onto the Irithel, stop those early game rotations. And the final pick coming through there was Aurora. For Aurora, they want to go with their signature hero. It's all in the name. But let's head into this matchup. It's the first game in a best of one. Who is gonna take this? Is it gonna be Gascom Esports like most of the viewers are thinking it's gonna be? Or will we see the side of Aurora freeze the lanes, freeze everything up, and take the victory? Let's head up into this match, as it's gonna be the usual, the typical, the big old battle here in the mid lane, vying for control. Stun comes out onto Minnow. Already the poke damage is there. Bota, I don't think he has his healing skill there, but he gave Shiro the opportunity to rotate quite quickly. Shiro just waiting. They want to force this. There's a little bit of a play coming out from the Zetchian here. A lot of poke damage onto the Irithel. Meanwhile, there's the jungle invade. We were busy watching the gold lane. I was watching the gold lane. Didn't even notice how quickly they went in for that engagement. Nice play coming out from Aurora. It's Hakuchu on the Irithel. That I was trying to see how I was going to pronounce that name. But once again, there's the invasion coming on here. Amamura just scouting out, giving some vision in here. That's the thing when you have those quick rotations to the side lanes. If you've got a jungler who's a little bit on the squishy side, like YSS, problems. As you saw, Chaos making a quick rotation there on that CC, providing a little bit of extra cover, and it's first blood going the way of Aurora. Once more, they want to try for this invade. They know YSS is not level 4 yet. There's a ton of vision, though, from the side of Gascon Esports. They went for the double global vision with YSS and Zetchian. Everything being set up now for this first turtle of the game. Once more, Amamura, very, very dangerous play coming in here. When I say dangerous, I mean dangerous in a good way. The vision being supplied. There's the pull onto the turtle. Zetchian hits the Fury of the Phoenix. Wants to pop it. Oh my goodness. Lance does manage to get it. Thornrose coming out here. He gets the pick off. It's going to be the Curse Blood into the backline. They separated everybody. Did the side of Aurora. Gascon Esports lost the turtle and a kill. So this has given just over a 1.3k gold lead to the side of Aurora. They're storming in this early part of the game, and especially since they have this lovely snowball composition going, this could be on their side. There's a stun, comes out onto Obsidia. She does have the Vengeance. She pops the Vengeance. It's going to be the freeze underneath the turret. The layering was done beautifully, but they're going to be forcing back the Obsidia. However, Bota on the minnow is there to provide the heal, so no farm lost. However, lots of skills being used. This means that you have the opportunity to play a little bit more aggressively in the mid lane without all those skills on cooldown. It was the Frigid Glacier being Frigid Glacier was used earlier, so that should still be our back online. But whenever you see big skills being used and nothing being done, it gives you the opportunity to counter gank. You just gotta force the play a little bit. I know it's sometimes risky, but high risk, high reward. Yes, to answer your questions, everyone, it's a best of 3. So, there's going to be the engagement of the Aurora. The passive has been proc. YSS wants to go in. Fury of the Phoenix. It's going to be the Frigid Glacier. He dashes through it silent, but he's going to have to retreat through the bushes. Pops that Vengeance. There's the Phantom Execution, but the pushback is in there. Minnow with the block. There's the punctures. The Thorn Rose comes out from Lancelot, but nothing doing. The stun. The Curse Blood. Oh my goodness. Aurora under that tower makes the Lance Fader price. That gives them I'd say, okay, I wouldn't say really priority for this. Does to delay the farm. Obsidia goes in there with the Hunt of Bone, but there's a Minoan Fury. She dodges the Thornrose. Phantom Execution. Ryan Gosling on point. He wants to go for more. Goes in with the punctures, but the dashbacks, the flickers come out. As it looks like Aurora, they do have the opportunity. Now they've got the space they needed. Taking down that Obsidia, taking down everybody low. There's no Minoan Fury available for the Minotaur, so this should be an uncontested second turtle going their way. Will we see Silent go for the counter jungle play? Actually, I actually thought he would have stolen the blue buff, but he's opting to be a little bit more patient, a little bit safer. Doesn't want to go in just yet. Maybe if you got caught out by the CC, it could have been curtains, because that curtain call is quite a deadly ultimate. So it could have been curtains for him if he went in. But usually, I love the counter jungle style. The no fear kind of play. Just go and get the whatever you can. At the moment you know you can't achieve a certain objective. There's a flicker coming out. Curtain call has been committed onto Slay, but Slay not being slayed, manages to disengage. YSS wanted to go in for the counter jungle this time, and needs to, because there's a 2-level gap between Lance and YSS at this moment in time. Shiro getting poked here as Slay trying to just cover up, make sure the mid laner is going to be safe for the most part. YSS with the push. He's got that immunity. He uses it. The stun comes out now. There's the Phantom Execution with the Thorn Rose, with the Curse Blood. The lineup is in there. Minoan Fury and the heals. Not enough to keep Xylan alive, as he's just going to get eaten up underneath the tier 1 turret. Rotations now being placed here. It's Ray Teasy on that. The Obsidia, there's the stun, there's the Phantom Execution. Frigid Glacier comes through. They block off the Minotaur. He has to disengage. Fury of the Phoenix just being used there to help him get back to safety. And this should be the first turret of the game. Nice focusing from the side of Aurora at this early. I can't even say early, it's in the mid game right now. So are we watching the viewers' curse kick in here once more? They voted for Gascon Esports. They're in a bit of trouble right now. Stolen blue buff. They're walking in and taking whatever they want, whenever they want to. Gascon Esports needs to slow the game down. They need to wait for the rotations to come through from the XP lane. So far, the XP laners have been in a battle of their own on that XP lane side. We haven't really seen them except for that early first blood movement from Chaos, but the two have been just occupying themselves, and this has been allowing the high mobility rotations from Lance and the Aurora to move around the map and take advantage with the XP laners locked in this battle. And they have been taking advantage. Right now, you can see they want to switch attentions here, going in for the wave cut. Shiro wants to just stop that. As they were trying to set up this claw wraparound. Vision is in there. Mountain Chakra comes in. Lance dancing around. Wants to proc the passive from the Zushin. Minnow waiting very patiently. He goes in. He hits the Minoan Fury. He gets it under 4. But the damage output's too high. The puncture comes out as they take him out underneath the turret. However, Ruby trying to get something in response. Manages to proc the passive. Is healing back out to the minions. Does she have the armor fed? She's trying to dance away. She's got everybody underneath the turret. Can she do this? Oh, but the Phantom Execution with the Thorn Roses underneath the turret. My goodness, that was so close as they managed to take the turret and the 3 kills in the bot. In response, Gascon Esports did manage to take 1 turret in response, but was that really a worthy trade? I don't know. That was so close. Ruby was just fighting for her life under the turret there. Slay did an excellent job surviving as long as he could. Just needed a little bit of extra damage to help. Could have been a 4-man takedown there, but anyway, what's done is done. Pressure towards the mid lane. We are heading towards just under 10 seconds for this Lord to be up. And as things stand in terms of map control, wave pressure, kill advantage, gold advantage, Aurora are in position. Alright, Justling just starting up this Lord, and well, we'll need the team to come in. Minnow has the Minoan Fury, wants to get something done. The Curse Blood comes out early. There's Minnow, hits the Minoan Fury, and it's going to be Irithel who does secure the Lord, but the fight is going there. But oh, Slay gets blown up. The combination of Irithel and Aurora taking him down. They're going to chase down this mid lane as well. CC into the mix. It's going to be once more the Thorn Rose onto his island, but he does manage to disengage. But there's the mid lane turret. Eliminated. Punctures coming out. Thorn Rose used to dash. There's the Phantom Execution setting up the killing spree for Aurora as the waves battling down the mid and top. Not exactly synced up, but you know, the Holy Shields are still up and running. So it would be nice to have them synced up, right? To be honest. Synced up waves and discipline is the name of the game, as always. But you know how it is sometimes when they're not synced up, and you know the Holy Shields are there. You're going to have to try to achieve what you can, which is to try and take down at least the tier 2 turrets. The Fury of the Phoenix comes up from Zetchian, trying to stop everything. Ruby wants to try and deal with this wave. Meanwhile, there is a 1v1 battle here. This time, Silent up and onto Ryan Gosling, but he hits the Thorn Rose at the right time. Dodges, gets the kill. And with that, that should be another tier 2 turret being taken down here in the mid lane. Obsidian managed to protect one. Ooh, the wave comes through at just the right time. The pushback is there, but we do have the sync up. Oh, there's the engagement. Lance with the Thorn Rose. One more time. Unstoppable. Second tier 2 turret down. Holy Shield will be able to deal with all. They do get a shutdown kill in the bot lane, but as things stand right now, this is going to be a very big uphill battle for the side of Gascom Esports. Aurora taking a bit between their teeth in the first game, and to slow the game down right now, it's difficult. The only way I can see for Gascom Esports to get out of the predicament that they're currently in is to start moving in a 4-1 split. So you leave your two front laners with your marksman and mage, and prioritize farm to Obsidia the mage, and allow the YSS, because he does have the mountain shocker to give himself vision, allow him to split push. But he's going to have to be careful. You're going to have to create distractions on one end of the map and allow the YSS to split push into the other. That would be the only way I can see them equalizing the farm. There's no way to contest for the second Lord. We're also okay, we do have one more Holy Shield left on the top lane, sorry. But by the time we take the Lord and it spawns and marches down, there'll be no Holy Shields left. We'll be beyond the 12-minute mark. I don't think there's a way to contest. They are trying to get into position to contest, but there's the Curse Blood, catches onto 3, the Minoan Fury, trying to be used in response, but the damage output from this Lancelot, oh my goodness, this Lance is going to be banned next game, I can promise you. There's the Hunter Bones by the Obsidia, wants to try to stop the dash, oh, the follow-up from the team, it's in the mix here, the Phantom Execution does come out, it's a 3-for-2 exchange, however, everybody is low. And with this, the turrets are being eaten up by the minions. Irithel is here just to eat up that damage. I think they can take it. There's no retribution here for the side of Gascom Esports. But that fight didn't go completely in the way that Aurora would have planned. So you're gonna have to be a little bit careful. Just a little bit. Well, I'm not going to lie. This Lancelot, his gameplay has been super impressive throughout the course of this match. He's went for the hybrid build as well, picking up the Brute Force. So you can be a little bit more aggressive. Brute Force and War Axe are two items that they stack so well together. You get hero combinations, right? But you also get item combinations, and that is one that is... when you're going for a more sustained damage build, that is such a broken combo. Brute Force War Axe. Lord being allowed to set up and charge in. We should see the lock onto the turret. There's a Phantom Execution into the base here. The Lord being pulled by Minotaur towards the mid lane. Nice play from him. Pressure being placed onto the mid lane turret. Oh, Fury of the Phoenix manages to catch onto everybody. But the follow-up not quite there yet. There's going to be the Hunter Bone onto Aurora. But she still has that passive. She lands the Frigid Glacier. There's the Minoan Fury into the mix. But the Curse Blood as the counter. There's the punctures coming through. Phantom Execution. Lance is dancing around. It's a double kill. But the base being locked onto. And that's First Blood going the way of Aurora up against Gascom Esports. What's gonna happen in the next match? Let's head into the lobby and find out. Will we see Lance? Definitely well-deserved MVP. 9-0 and 8. What a cracker of a performance from him. But we're going to be heading into the second match now. Will Gascom Esports be able to pull this even and take us into a third match? Or will we see Aurora put the foot down on their necks and crunch and take this to nothing? Who knows? Who knows? Kenny, I agree with you. The Lance was disgusting. That was some top play from Lance. We also expect the Lance to be banned out in the next game. Didn't even build the fourth item. He just built the four here. And it's like, all right, I got boots and part of an item. We'll just leave it at that. But anyway, let's head into the next lobby and we're gonna find out what's gonna happen next. Don't forget, while you're at it, smash that like, share, and subscribe buttons as we're going to be heading into the second game in this best of 3. Aurora with the first blood, and now with the first picks, first bands. Oh no, second pick, second bands. We're gonna be switching across. Alright, while they're getting themselves ready and set in the lobby, I'm just going to have the pause screen up and running for a bit, and we'll be live once more in just a moment.
You realize deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace, this is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. Let's go. Thoughts can keep you down, pushing deep until you drown, or they can keep you up strong, focused on the now. Glass half full, or has it been emptied out? Well, that's all up to you and your mind. Do you doubt anything, everything, not a thing? Make my thoughts work for me, manifest what I need, what I want, what I see. I could be anything, I attract all the things that I see. I believe I'll achieve as I breathe in and out again and again. I don't doubt, I sit and I plan, and I found out that I can execute if I'm driven, if I listen, if I learn all the wisdom. Read some books, something written, watch the best, teach a system I invest. Never hidden, I ain't scared, ain't no chicken, I take dance. I'll be winning, you get back what you're giving. Find the reason that you're living, what you're good at, all your gifts and what you love. Take a risk and find out what you've been missing, yeah. You realize deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace, this is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose.
My apologies, we're back again onto the stream. So it's Ryan Gosling with the first ban this time round. Didn't they have first pick and first ban in the last game? No, they didn't. They didn't. Alright, so they banned the Grok. Grok's a good ban. Lance was definitely going to be an auto ban, right? We knew that was going to happen. We knew for certain that was never going to be the case.
Light me up and watch the world burn!
And Xborg once more being removed from the equation by Aurora, and then they're going for the Alice ban, which I think is pretty good. Kenny, I'm sorry, I was just away from the PC, and so the lobby bans, I kind of missed it too.
Let's hear from the crowd. Make some noise for
Nature was calling, and I had to answer. So by the time I came back, they were already in the lobby.
It's like blood.
Your team is picking.
They call me a hero because I
Oh, this time there's a swap around. It's Ryan Gosling picking up the YSS.
Your team is picking.
Kaslan going for the Kimmy. I mean, having Grok there with the Kimmy is nice, but I think we might see a Hylos pickup coming up very soon. If I was Ray TC, I'd be thinking of going for the Hylos ban, because Hylos can combine very nicely with both the Kimmy and the CC. Yeah, sure, Harry. You know how it is when nature calls. What are you gonna do? You have to answer.
I, Minotaur,
Your
will
team
finish
is
off
banning.
what was left undone.
Minnow being banned out by Gascony Sports. They don't want to let them go for any amount of sustain or extra heals to heal through the curse blood. But Shiro going for that Sicilian that he does love. Xylan wants to have that backline dive ability. The Hayabusa is a solid pick into a Kimmy and a YSS. Counters both very hard. Banning out the carry, however, it means we expect to see two tanks coming through at this particular moment in time. Maybe they're going to be pushing the CC onto the gold lane and then picking up a tanky XP lane, a tanky roam, and then getting rid of the carry. Yeah, that's Shiro's main.
The hunt begins.
Your team is picking.
Is the Sicilian. So, you know, he's bringing it back. He wants to see what he's going to be able to do with us. Let's see how things work out. The Sicilian Camilla combo has always been a strong one. Probably always will be a strong one. I'm not going for the full-on tankiness here. It looks like Awamura wants to go for a big set hero in Atlas. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of Atlas, but yeah, Gato is definitely one that can work. This Avatar of Guardian is one of the soft counters to Curse Blood. Because like, you can use it to zone. Like, so the moment the Curse Blood comes in, you're gonna see the backline divers, your damage dealers get a little bit closer. Right? The Avatar of Guardian lands, it can counter CC, it counter stuns. It's a pretty decent counter engagement, but you're gonna have to be very, very, very patient in the timing here. Ray TZ locking onto the Granger up against the Leslie. But it's all going to come down to execution. But going for the triple marksman other side of Aurora, they're really feeling themselves. I mean, the triple marksman is high risk, high reward play. Very, very high risk, high reward play. You see, the pro teams, they rock it sometimes, but you gotta have like your XP laner and Roma have to be on point to pull it off. And when it does work, it's super deadly. Super deadly, right? But let's get to see. Because the real issue is going to come from here from Silent. They got him early. They realized that Shiro and Abota were making rotations towards the gold lane. They seized the opportunity and went in to get a bit of an invade. They put pressure on YSS's jungle from the start, so he had zero opportunity to farm. And like right now, he's going to need a little bit of protection if they're going to be doing that again. But this time round, he is going for as you can see, he's going for the full jungle clear rotation just to be safe. Once more, this movement across here is being countered by, like, look at this. Look, this camp here from Kimmy. We're watching two very different rotations. So Gascom Esports are using a bit of an old school rotation where you clear mid and you force your movement across towards either gold or XP lane to put a little bit of pressure and then rotate back. Whereas if you notice Kimmy's not really moving from the mid lane, with the Gato sticking more or less around in the same vicinity, because what they're doing is the counter jungle rotations, where the whole thing is about a battle for the mid. Gato, he's taking a lot of damage. He's gonna have to try to get back out from here. Dashes away, pops the vengeance, might turn around, he goes back in there. Granger pops the, oh my goodness, I'm alright. It's just a hot point. But there's first blood. YSS trying to get a kill in response. But it's going to be a Gascom Esports picking up first blood in this particular engagement. That kill going the way of Shiro. Oh, but look at Silent. He wants to go in. He's got the shadow kill. He gets the pick off. So nice early start for the side of Gascom Esports. CC escaping the sanguine claws coming out from Shiro, but goes for a little bit of poking. This turtle has been pulled by Silent. However, Ryan Gosling does have the mountain, no, doesn't have the mountain shocker available. He wants to get a little bit of poke. He knows Silent is a little bit low. Oh, he steals it. Nice play coming in from the YSS. Meanwhile, this battle is continuing. There's the Avatar of Guardian. Catches onto just one. Wants to focus in onto Slay here. Who's taking a lot of damage. There's the mountain shocker into the backline. The follow-up is in there. Bota is quite low, but they've gotten the kill they wanted and they've escaped. So with that, the gold lead has swung in the way of Aurora. Nice steal on that. The Lord, even without the mountain shock, he timed that enhanced first skill. Yeah, agreed. They don't have much CC on their side. They've got counter CC, I will say. The counter CC comes in with the Avatar of Guardian. You could say Traction Pulse from Kimmy does provide a little bit of extra CC. It's going to be difficult, because especially now, once Bota has picked up the Curse of Blood on the Camilla, so you're going to have to be very careful. You're going to have to split them up and not really want to go in for those team fights. But Gato, he's moving into the bushes fearlessly. The Mountain Shocker comes out. Are they going for it? Yes, they are. They delete this CC. Oh, there's the Avatar of Guardian. Yeah, I think that was the wrong way. It's a 1-for-1 exchange, though. I think a little bit aggressive here from the Amamura on that Gato. Could have went out for the escape, but oh, look at this. This is what a Hayabusa is there to deal with. You're gonna go for triple up into a Hayabusa. You're just giving him food. It's like a buffet. I mean, to be honest, I'd actually be trying to build Sky Piercer on the Hayabusa as like my second item. Or actually my first complete item. Simply because I know I'm gonna get fed. It's a triple strat. There's almost no way I'm not going to be able to consistently get pick-off kills. Like, the moment the shadow kill is available, you know you're going to be able to go in and probably get a kill. So I'd be trying to get that Sky Piercer nice and early. There's the pull. Silent waiting patiently. Goes for the quad shadow. There's the shadow kill. There's the pick-off. Avatar of Guardian misses everybody. Bat's Feast comes out from Shiro, but Teasy is taken down by the Leslie. She wants to get a bit of extra farm. Dodges, saying mid-class, and the Bat coming out. Kemi with the attraction pulse just forcing Shiro away. He's gonna get stunned up. The reposition is in there, but Gascom Esports, they've got a couple of kills. And the turtle, there's the dance in from Silent. He wants to go. It doesn't have the shadow kill, but uses the quad shadows very nicely to put a lot of pressure. I mean, like I said, you're a Hayabusa with a triple feast. You might as well go for it. He's got the shadow kill up on line once more. He's going to be waiting very patiently. Needs Granger to get a little bit of poke. Goes in with the quad shadow. Doesn't land exactly on a mark, but doesn't really need to. Death Sonata into the shadow kill. This should be the first turret, or at least close to. Yeah, the next wave will be cleared out. There's no way there's going to be anybody quick enough to get across to defend this. This should be first turret of the game going down. Well, actually, second turret. Shiro taking the mid lane turret. There's Bota taking a lot of damage here. Umura forcing everybody back. But now, this time round, it's going to be Aurora who has to slow things down. They've got a very late game scaling composition. They need to be a lot more careful, a lot more patient in terms of what's going on. They don't have any big team fight spells minus the Avatar of Guardian. So you're going to have to go for high mobility, quick rotations, try to get the pickoffs. Be careful around contesting for neutral objectives because you don't have those big ultimates to try and set up and seal the deal. So now all you got to do is just be a little bit patient. The quad shadows wants to go and gets the mark off. However, the dash away, dodges the mountain shocker as well. There I was thinking it's... that wasn't really the moment to go in for a shadow kill. There was too many minions around. And the YSS has the dash ability. There's the pullback onto Chaos. Chaos gets taken out. Bat's Feast committed. There's a killing spree for Shiro. There's the Avatar of Guardian. Does manage to catch up to one. The taunt comes in there. But there's no one really to follow up with the damage. As it's Amamura taking so much damage from that... from everybody. Has to pop the vengeance as well to try to disengage. Meanwhile, Ryan jostling here, trying to get something done on this gold lane. Wants to get Leslie a little bit more farmed. She's been taking a brunt of the storm here as Hayabusa has gotten a lot of kills. Well, actually 2 kills and an assist on the... I think 2 assists on the Leslie. So she's not having the most fun time in here. The damage being dished out by Shiro on the Sicilian, pressure being placed in the jungle once more as the map has opened up. It's still a bit to go for this for the first Lord of the game. And with the way things are going right now, the kills are within touching distance, but the gold is not. It's about a 3.5k gold lead. As you can see, the kills just being pressed, are being picked up. Pressure being placed everywhere. Tier 2 turret has fallen on the top lane. This Granger is a fed boy. I mean, look at that. 6k gold at this moment in time. We'll just check how many stacks he has already. 306 stacks. So Granger is definitely going to be hurting. There's the chase here. On to Chaos once more. He's going to get taken down. This should be the final tier 1 turret removed from the game.
Blue team turret has been destroyed.
So this is hotting up. But right now, it's Gascom's esports can take us into a third game. They've got everything set. The only way this game can change is if the side of Aurora slows it down, right? They're gonna have to like do this. Just push. You're gonna have to recall, get back to some safety. bait out some skills. Just don't engage in fights. If you engage in a fight, it's not going to go your way. You need to at least take this towards the 13-minute mark. If you can do that, then you have the potential, right? And once it hits, I'd actually say once it hits the 15-minute mark, if the game goes that long, then you're going to see Aurora come to the forefront and be able to clutch this out. So right now, Gascom Esports are moving on a timer here. They've got one very nice late game scaler with Shiro on the Sicilian. So, they're not too scared. But in a triple strat, high risk, high reward. Yeah, and especially if you go in towards the late game, it's hard to deal with 3 MMs in the late game. But it's that 15-minute timing. So it's about 5.5 minutes of patience that Aurora needs. They just got to get the defensive game going. They know they've got the holy shields. If you lose some tier 2 turrets along the way, it's not the end of the world. As long as you keep the tier 3. Yeah. The late game that they have, it's once you head into the fire, oh, look at the damage output. It's just too hot to handle. There's the curse blood. Catches onto 3. Could we see a team wipe here? Gato is trying to survive through all of it. It's a triple kill. Will we see the maniac? It's Xylan stealing the maniac there. Xylan, we all saw that. Everybody saw that. We saw you steal the maniac. It's on the live. When they're doing the name and shame. I'm sure your teammates are swearing you about that. No holy shield in here. The opportunity to win the game is there. Oh, look at that! They managed to get it to the Leslie. So this is going to be an opportunity to seal the deal very early on. We're not going to be able to. Will they be able to go? They need to get the lock onto this here. Ray TZ's like, yeah. We're not even waiting. We know they got triple MMs. We got to end this now. And so like a pendulum, the series has swung back. Dominant performance from the side of Aurora in the first game. Equally dominant performance from the side of Gascom Esports in the second. What's going to happen in the third? This is anybody's guess. This is just an absolute madhouse of craziness going on here. But anyway, this time round it's Shiro with a very well-deserved MVP on that Sicilian. Had his maniac stolen from him. We all saw Xylan do it. But anyway, he was securing our kills, as they say. But let's head into the lobby for the third game. The final game. This is it. Everything to play for. Everything on the line. Let's see who's gonna take this. Third game. Best of 3. Quarterfinals of the Hunter Tournament. Live here on Waylander Gaming. Brought to you by the Madagascar Mobile Legends organization. Because I'm waiting for them. Thank you very much. Invite me to the lobby. Because I also want to see. I'm excited to see what the conclusion is going to be. The sides have swapped. Yeah, if you think about it, right? Both teams that picked second won. So it was Aurora, the first game they picked second. And they won. Now it was Gascom Esports. They picked second. They won. Do we have a theme of picking second here? I don't know. Is this going to be positive or negative for Gascom? We'll get the bands up and this time we'll get to see it. Nature won't copy calling this time around. We can see. We'll put it up on screen. Same bands. Does not help us. Because we missed the last one. That's very unhelpful from the captains here. So whatever it was the last time round when Nature called, it's the same this time round. Distinctively unhelpful. But anyway. There we go. It's Zushin, Joy, Clint, and Freya. The band's coming out. And into the match we will go. Everybody's ready and set. All right. Here we go.
Thorns remain. Should petals
Yeah, Lancelot after the first game. Auto ban it. Ryan Gosling or Jostling on that Aurora was just next level. Next level in the first game. You're gonna have to ban it out.
My kiss. Will it grant immortality or death?
So very similar bans, all three games. The draft has changed a little bit here and there. Will we see this time around the Sicilian being banned out? Oh no, they're going for the Hayabusa because they sensed that was... Well, Hayabusa was putting a lot of pressure on the gold lane. So, you know, nice to remove that Hayabusa from the equation. Shiro saying, if you're gonna leave my Sicilian open, I'm gonna pick up the Sicilian. This time I'm a Mura locking onto the Camilla. Yeah, definite Lance trauma. Definite Lance trauma. That ban. And while we're getting through this banning phase, don't forget everybody smash that like, share, and subscribe button so we can continue bringing you the action. Ooh, Chaos going for the Yuzong this time round. Slay opting to pick up the CC by the looks of it. CC, one of those heroes who can sustain through the Yuzong in the early part of the game. But let's get to see. Yuzong can combine quite nicely with our decides to go with the Gato pick coming up. Wait a minute, wasn't Clint banned out? Wasn't Clint banned out? Did we not see a Clint ban there in the lobby? Let me rewind and check. Yeah, it was. Zushin, Joy, Clint, and Freya. Yeah, it's gonna be a reset. It's gonna be a reset. Oh, he lagged. Oh, okay. Alright, we see. Yeah, the lag issues are always an issue. But I suppose the captains will be informed very soon. And then we can head off into the match.
My blood boils until the day I die.
Time to take the field.
Your team is picking.
So I think right now the rest of the picks are just gonna be like, yeah, you can see it's just it's just troll picks coming through right now. I think they know it's gonna change.
The end of one thing is the beginning of another.
The question is, are they gonna keep the first picks and bans the same? Esme in the jungle. So it'll be the 1 minute brawl in the mid lane, and then our reset will begin as we head off and see what's gonna be happening. So a little bit of it's a little bit anticlimactic, not gonna lie. I was looking forward to see what action was gonna come out in this next game, but we'll head into our mid lane brawl. Let's see. Let's see who wins the mid lane brawl.
Smash them. All troops deployed.
Or, you know, some people are staying in base. They don't want to give us a brawl. Come on, guys, give us the brawl. Give us the brawl. We're looking for it. We want the brawl. So Clint, after the leg, manages to get the first blood. There's the battle in here. Esme on the double, but let's see. Revitalize coming through early. Last 5 seconds, and then finally that surrender button should be available.
Red team hero has been slain.
Yeah, the stress of it's gonna be this third game is gonna be pretty stressful. I'm not gonna lie. That's just I don't know who's gonna win this. It was two cracking games, and in both matches, where both teams won, they both dominated. So it's like it's right now. It's like literally it's anybody's guess as to who's gonna take this. It's so hard to really see what's gonna be happening. I am honestly not sure. A lot depends on the draft. Yes, we do know that games are won and lost in this drafting phase, right? So it's from the beginning the pressure's going to be on, right? So we'll get everybody into the lobby right now. We should expect very similar, if not the same, lobby bans to come through. But in the drafting phase now, this is where it gets tricky. It's that time. So still, a lot of okay, 60% of the votes are still going the way of Gascom Esports after the last game. All right, the voting has been jumping up and down, but let's see. Right, we're really close to the finale right now, and it's all to play for. As we can see, even though I don't understand Malagasy, I can tell when people are being teased about internet connections. Alright, so let's see if they keep the lobby bans the same. Or will the referee allow for lobby bans to be changed? I don't think so. Okay, no. They're going for the same lobby bans. And the picks have to be the same as well. Or at least the first couple of picks. Alright. So into the match we go. Back to the banning phase. And well, back to the stress and pressure for the players. I know, like, here on Waylander Gaming, right? This is where we introduced the lobby banning system, when we don't have tournament lobbies. But I'm really hoping that next year we will have the tournament lobby for at least 90% of the tournaments that we're going to be running. And we should. We've got plans in the mixture, in the offing, to get the tournament lobby set. Because, I mean, as nice as we have, as things are with the lobby bans, right? It's us trying to do our best to make sure that everything is more or less what we expected it to be, right? Like in terms of having the full 10 bans. But when we have the tournament lobby available, it makes life a lot easier, a lot smoother. So definitely next year, between us here, Waylander Gaming, you guys in Madagascar, the Mauritian teams, because we have been talking to the people in Mauritius as well, and getting a couple of other African countries involved, we should be able to get the tournament lobby available for most of our tournaments. I can't promise all, but we'll definitely have it for most. As you can see, this year so far, we did use the tournament lobby in... there's just 2 tournaments that we had it for. We had it for the MSA and we had it for Conquerors of Dawn. Those were the only 2 that had the tournament lobby. So hopefully we get it for a lot more than that coming next year. Because it's time that we start pushing for this. We have a very fun, very active scene here in the Southern African bloc between all our countries. So it's time for us organizers to step up and start producing the goods. So the bans will also be pretty much the same. I mean, you could actually, even if you didn't want to know what these bans are, you could always just go back in time to the first game. You'd have seen what the bans are. They stuck to pretty much the same ban. So we'll see the Alice ban coming through very shortly. They were banning pretty much the usuals.
My kiss.
Your team
Will it
is
grant
banning.
immortality or death?
And the first couple of picks here, so the only one that's different from the previous games was obviously the Hayabusa ban coming through. So then, right now, we're going to be heading into the first 4 picks, which will stay the same.
True love is like blood.
So we should see the Gato being picked up by Gascon Esports, and it was Camilla and, yes, Yuzong.
Your team
I will
is
be the
picking.
truth this world
So Gato will be picked up, and then we will see probably a potential swap out. And so from here now, this is where the draft gets different. So we're going to have to worry about what's going on. Both are hovering around Diggy, right? And like, yeah, I have to check, because I know last I checked does not counter the Curse of Blood. The Khalid is a pick that I am really loving at this in this current meta. Not being picked up as often as I would like to see it personally on the roam position. Khalid is stupidly strong at playing the high pressured early game. Very, very, very deadly. Yeah, if you're gonna go for an assassin jungle, you right now you don't. It's not that you can't, right? But you really don't want to go for an assassin jungle up against a Khalid, because any opportunity, if he invades you, right? What are you gonna do? Even at level 1, if he invades you, he's gonna take out 3/4 of your health, maybe even if kill you if you're not gonna be able to survive and stay around there. So the assassin jungle is not the best option up against a Khalid, unless you're gonna get some protection from a mage. And Karasan going for the Xavier pick, right? That's not the strongest mage in the early game. Scales nicely into the late, but let's see what happens. Xylan wants to lock out to that Gushin. It's one of his go-to. Yeah, all skins are open in the tournament lobby. Yeah, sadly, this is not a tournament lobby. This is just people spending a lot of money on skins. I mean, you look at this. This is 2 legend skins that we get to see at once. So final pick, it's Ryan Jostling. Will we see a game changer of a jungler coming through?
A dead patient is a good
Goes for the Roger. You didn't really want to go for that assassin style of jungle. At least now you're going to have a little bit of sustainability in the jungle up against the Khalid. You know there's going to be a lot of pressure. It would have been nice if you had a mage that has a lot of damage or at least control in the early part of the game. But, you know, picking up the Xavier for late game scaling is okay. Not high as well. But into the game we go. This is the 3rd game. This is all to play for. This is the battle between 2 very strong teams. Aurora up against Gascon Esports. Who's going to claim the dub in this 3rd game? And, well, the series as a whole. And to make their way across to the next round. There's that Khalid. We know what he does in the early game. Puts the pressure. As a Camilla, Amamura, just you gotta do that. You're gonna have to babysit your jungle for that at least the first 2 minutes of the match, because Bota and that Khalid, any opportunity he sees, he's gonna go for a jungle invade. As you look at the pressure, right? It's like whoever's in front of him is gonna be piling it on. Hits the level 2, has the bit of sustainability. Amamura wants to try to go in for a bit of a counter, but look at the damage output. Vengeance coming out. Sanguine Claws with the pullback. There's first blood. That's the power of a card you did in the early game. Is why, like, as a roam option, sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm not sure why our teams aren't in the Southern African region. Why not picking him up a little bit more? I know he's a lot more aggressive in terms of how you like to play. Ooh, Flicker being forced out by Ray Teasy there. But there's Khalid once more with the poke. I mean, he just got first blood and the mobility. It's just crazy. So Gascon Esports have set themselves up with an almost 1k gold lead at this early stage of the game. Gushin wants to go in there with that incandescent. There's the combo. Blasted out of the sky. Carry sent back to the base, and that's a nice pick-off before this the first Lord. So time enough with the river speed for the full 5-man to make the rotation across. Mid lane has been cleared. They're putting the pressure in here. They're going to try to get it onto the Roger. The turnaround is there. He's got the Lycan Pulse, but they have a tough Guardian. The save is in there. Silent. He's going in for a full combo. He manages to take down one. The chase is on. That was from Slay, maybe the most clutch Avatar of Guardian to just pull back at that moment in time. Did die when he went back in there, but what a play coming through. The jungle invade is on. Did Gushin use the retribution? Yes, he did. Still wants to go in for the invade. Gets stunned up. Manages to get the steal. Sandstorm coming in from Bota. Yeah, gets poked back, but they get the objective and get out. So this is a storming start for the side of Gascon Esports. They've got a 2k gold lead, and we're heading into the 3-minute mark of the game. That Khalid pick paying off in spades. He's been involved in 75% of the kills so far, placing pressure all across the map. That the speed of rotation so difficult to deal with, and now they're moving as a bit more of a unit as Bota is trying to find the space. Look at the pressure being placed onto Carry. Detsunata is raining in. Amamura wants to zone away, does have the Cursed Blood up and landing. That is a game changer. Silent finds that beautiful angle. Sangle cross onto 2. There's the shotgun plus underneath the turret as it's a killing spree. Khalid, he's taking out the damage and he manages to play back. Roger is so low as Ryan Gosling just tries to escape. CC was putting in the damage in here. We'll go for the wave cut, but there's so much pressure right now that's being placed. Will we see that? Yeah, I expected this. Yeah, I expect this. That was like the moment you see a wave cut, if you're a marksman, don't ever think this bush is gonna be safe. And that should be first turret of the game being taken down. Khalid going in 1v4. He's showing no fear. Knows he has the flicker and second skill. Will have to disengage though. Took a lot of damage, praying back to health. There's the Black Dragon form trying to get back in, but the incandescence coming out from Gushin. He's unstoppable, but oh, the Petrify combo comes in. Their Cursed Blood is in the backline, but a Lycan Pulse is turning around, dishing out the damage. Slay taking a lot. That human form of Roger can really hurt the Gato. But the rotation coming in once more from the Granger. He wants to put pressure here onto the mid lane as well. Carry trying to clear this out. Dodges the Sanguine Claws. The Dawning Light just ensuring that they can secure this. They wanting to put even more pressure in here. They managed to steal the buff as well. But Granger gets stunned up. There's the Cursed Blood. He lands up to 3. The Lycan Pounce as the follow-up. Hardy turns around, gets a kill in return. There's going to be incandescence, but not slightly off the mark. Roger, he wants to try to go in, but he's going to get pulled back. Oh, he Lycan Pounce just in time to avoid the Sanguine Claws combination. Nice play coming in there from the Roger. He's trying his best to just keep himself and the team in the mix here. He's 3-1-0, Ryan Jostling on the Roger. But Gushin is getting fed. The shutdown kill was quite a good one, though. You would have picked up quite a bit of gold from that. However, the gold lead is quite massive right now. It's 4k at this, like heading into the 6 minutes. So patience is the name of the game. They got to protect the Rogers jungle a little bit. Khalid is going in here very aggressively. Will we see the turnaround? Oh, Avatar of Guardian catches everybody. It's a double. It's a triple for Chiro on the Sicilian. And with this, another turret being taken down. We should see the mid lane fall as well. You've got 3 people.
Red team turret has been destroyed.
Sanguine Claws once more onto catching the Xavier there, just dragging him back. There was just no rest here for Ryan Jostling in the jungle. However, they seize the opportunity, trying to get into Ray Teasy. He gets a beautiful flicker back to reposition, throws out the Death Sonatas, raining in onto Chaos, but he just manages to escape it, right? But this creature, he's just been slowly but quietly, nothing too dramatic, 0, 1, and 4, right? But slowly picking up the farm. As you can see how much a farm he has gotten at this moment in time. He's already picked up the Malefic Roar and the Hunter Strike. So went for the double pen items. The third and final turtle of the game is up. It looks like Gascom Esports don't want to wait for the Lord. They could have waited. It was just about 25 seconds or so. Oh, they try to go in. There's incandescence coming out from Gushin. Does not manage or opts against going in for the full combination, shall we say. So this is that moment in time where lane freezing. Yeah, you can see they're leaving the mid lane. They want to freeze it up. They're going to allow as little farm as possible to go the way of Aurora. When you're in a snowballing situation like this, where you've got the bit between your teeth, you don't want the lanes to go anywhere close to Aurora. You want to force them out because the map is small in this space. You want to get them spread out so you can continue doing what you're doing. There's the invade once more. The Black Dragon form does come out as they're trying to get the chase into the backline. The disengage from Khalid. Well, we see the turnaround. Everybody's setting up as the Sandstorm manages to catch onto 2. There's the Avatar of Guardian. Does land onto 1. Oh, what a play coming in with the Black Dragon form. But the damage from the incandescence is way too much. This Gushin is fed. He's trying to escape here. Light Wheels does come out. Gato keeps him alive. Oh, Carry gets the kill. At the return, there's the Dawning Light. It's a 3-for-2 exchange. Shiro was shut down there. So that was a change of gold going the way of Aurora, but still the gold leads massive right now. You're looking at 6.5, almost 7. 2 tier 2 turrets have been removed from the equation. Lord up in 30 seconds. Holy Shields are still there. So in this next 30 seconds or so, you're going to try and see Gascom Esports try and pop those Holy Shields, give themselves the opportunity to end quickly. Oh, the engagement once more. They're just dancing around, trying to bait out certain skills. They really need to get the Black Dragon form removed from the equation. That's the only one that's sort of causing chaos for their backline. But the flickers are up and running and ready. So I don't think the backline will be too scared as we head towards this first Lord of the game. But to try to actually get into position to contest for this is going to be very, very difficult. Roger here just trying to get as much farm as he possibly can, because it's going to be difficult to contest this. There's the Black Dragon form coming out as Khalid just zoning everybody away. There's the stun, the knock up here onto Khalid. The Avatar of Guardian only catches onto 1. The Cursed Blood is into the mix here, but there's the dive into the backline. Gushin, he timed this so nicely. He is on a killing spree. Hit the double. Is he gonna get the Maniac? This time around, Shiro steals it away from Xylan. Well, we saw in the second game, Xylan stole the Maniac from Shiro. So this time around, Shiro has returned the favor and said, oh, you stole my Maniac in the second game. I will steal your Maniac in the third. Holy Shields will be falling. Mid and bot lane. Top lane with the Lord still available. But we still should see this mid lane turret falling down as Roger wants to try to get the defense going. The minion, oh, they didn't lock on. They did not lock on to the base. Should have locked on. You could have gotten that, because like it's always about discipline, you know. Don't worry about the damage and the kills. The kills, if you get the Lord and everything else inside there, you just need to find the angle to lock on. It doesn't matter how many people die. It's just about taking the base. Holy Shield now, the final one has been taken out. There's Gushin into the backline, but he's gonna have to disengage here. The fight is on. Sandstorm catches 3. Avatar of Guardian with a follow-up. Lord is in the mix here. There is a wave coming through. It's everybody taken out of the equation except for Xavier, he's gonna try to defend this. They're probably gonna chase him down just to try and get him. Oh, Goshen is killed in the turret, but there's the lock onto the base. No, the idiot. Okay, no, that's it. That's it. Game center match going the way of Gascom Esports. They were stomped in the first game, not gonna lie, but managed to turn it around in the second and third game, and with that, they pick up the W and they move through to the next round of the tournament in a Hunters tournament. So well played to them. But overall, this was a pretty fun, pretty intense, pretty exciting match. So well played to both teams for providing us with this high degree of entertainment here on a Friday night. And for all of you who've tuned in, thank you for watching. Don't forget to smash that like, share, and subscribe button. But oh, what a turnaround from Gascom Esports. First game, as I said, they got stomped in the first game. But then they turned around and did some stomping themselves in the second and third game. So very, very, very well played, Serem. And to all of you who tuned in to watch, it's a pleasure, as always, to cast for you. I'll be back tomorrow evening with even more Hunter Tournament action from 8 p.m. onwards, live here on Waylander Gaming. So if you want to know what's happening, don't forget to smash that, press that notification bell as well, so you know whenever we're going live with more Mobile Legends action. And well, pretty much action all across the board. But once again, thank you everybody for tuning in to watch. We will catch you all on the next stream.